Hi everybody, Fuya Zakadian here again today. I have been metal detecting, and why am I lying down like this? Because I forgot my selfie stick. I have no other place to put my camera so that I can show you what I found. And you know what? I'm kind of lazy, so I'm just gonna lay down, kind of like lounge around over here, right where I'm detecting. Anyway, this house is actually the house that my beautiful mom, grew up in. It's not far from where mom and dad live now, and it's not far from where dad was raised either, because he was just raised down the road. But this place, I mean, I remember coming here when Nonkel Fred and Tant Frida lived here. That's my mom's brother and his wife. They unfortunately never had children, so once Nonkel Fred passed away and Tant Frida moved away, I think she's in the valley maybe. Well, the house ended up being put for sale for a long time, and then somebody from Matagan bought it, which is the next little village. Like, we're in Soniaville station right now, and then there's Soniaville, and then there's Matagan River and Matagan. So anyway, it's just little places. So the lady who had bought it was from Matagan. Now she's passed away too, so I think that maybe one of her sons now owns this place. Regardless, it's abandoned, that there's no power, and I've been inside, and I'll post the video eventually. I'm just not sure how to edit it right. I guess it's an emotional kind of thing for me, just because it's where my mom, my mom was raised, and my mom was telling me stories about how when she was, there's an upstairs here, how dad used to throw rocks in her window, and she would say, "No, go away," and then eventually they get married and have 4 amazing kids, which I am the baby of, and now they have 4 amazing grandchildren. So, life is good. Life turned out pretty good for my mom and dad. Well, I think so anyway. So I thought I would come metal detecting in this place to see if they had dropped anything or whatever. So the first thing I found was actually a knife, like a butter knife, and I thought, that is in way too good condition, and the pattern is way too modern, and on it it says home styles. So obviously this is not old, but I did find it, so whatever, it gets out of the ground. Second thing I found was a schooner bottle cap. Now I know it's not a Heineken, but I still think of Obelix magnet fishing every single time I find a bottle cap, and because he's a magnet fisher in the Netherlands, and I don't know, every time I find a bottle cap now, I think of him. So, hi Obelix, or Hans. This was a surface find. I think it's nail polish actually, because it says nail illusion. So it's like a cross between nail and illusion. So nail illusion, and it's like a mint green kind of color. Surface finds. Then I found a roofing nail, just common. Of course, a pop tab. Gotta find a pop tab. If you don't, you haven't been metal detecting. Then I found a penny, but they're not that old, so I'll show you those in a minute. They'll be the last ones I show. This Galt Master Made in Canada thing. It looks like one of those rings that you would have like around a faucet, or some kind of a water hose or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So it's not that old, but it was kind of deep though. It was like 6 inches in. So yeah, this is the last thing I found. I thought it was a saw, like one of those, hand saws, because I straightened, but it's made out of copper, definitely made out of copper. And on both ends, it's got those, see how it's like that little U kind of a thing where they're, yeah, like that, both ends of it. Not sure what it was for. I'll ask my dad, and I'll also ask my husband, just to see, because for whatever reason that I see stuff like this, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's just blah blah blah." I don't know how, he's got the eye anyway. Now this is a piece of metal that I also found, and for a minute I was excited because I thought it was a watch. The shape of it, see, it's I'm gonna put it up here. I find you can maybe see better up here. So yeah, see how it's shaped like the rounded in the middle, but it's not. It's totally metal. It's quite thick metal actually. Whoops, quite thick metal actually. Rounded on the outsides, and then tapers again, and so. But I don't know, maybe it's off a car or something. This one was like 9 inches deep. So I don't know. It's interesting. I just know it's interesting. And I did find 3 pennies, which is very exciting to me. Unfortunately, they aren't that old, but you know what? Say okay. It's still pennies. I enjoy magnet fishing. I enjoy metal detecting, so it was a good time. I'll come back. I haven't been able to do very much of it because the targets were just so deep. Oh my moly, and it's so hot. So 1 penny, this one, I don't know if you can even see it, but anyway, it's 1990. 1990, I graduated in 91. So 1990, 91, I was in grade 12, which means that I would have been about 17, 18 years old when this was minted. So I don't know when it was lost, but if you go by depth, if you go by how deep it was, it must have been lost a long time ago. And oddly enough, the pennies, I found 3 pennies and they're like 1990, 1985, which in 1985, my first year in high school was grade 7, and that was in 87. So this would have been when I was in grade 5 and 6. So that's interesting to me. So 1990, 1985, and last but not least, 1979. So this one, I was 6 years old, so I would have been like in grade 1 or something like that. So it's interesting because I always associate the dates on the coins that I find with something that's either happened to my life or somebody else's life or whatever. But yeah, so anything after 1973, because that 73 is the year I was born, I find really, really interesting. So anyway, those are the finds for today. I'll take these and show them to my mama, just because this is where she was born and raised. And then I'll come back when there's less flies. There's a lot of flies too. So I'll come back when there's less flies and more time. And maybe I could encourage my sister Susan to come with me for a dig, because that'd be fun if Susan could come around. I have one video magnet fishing with my sister Sandra and my niece Gladys, but I haven't been able to edit that one yet. It was half French, half English, so it makes it a bit more difficult to edit so that everybody can understand what we were saying, because we were in Acadian. We were having a blast, and we kind of got carried away. But no surprise there, right? So I guess that's going to be it for me for right now anyway, for today. I'm going to sign off with my usual... Restez fiers, restez de santé, puis restez curieux. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. So that's it. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay curious. Restez fiers, restez de santé, puis restez curieux. C'est Fouilleuse Acadienne en fait signing off. Puis vous demandez, please like and subscribe. And s'il vous plaît, abonnez. Et puis aimez les thumbs up vidéo. Ça aide beaucoup, puis ça m'encourage. So, j'aime de temps de parler de vous autres. All right, bye!